Hi everybody, hi everybody, hi everybody, hi everybody. It's been a while. Do you know what time it is? It's 11:11-ish on a Sunday, which means it's time for Sunday service with your favorite Auntie Captain Goddess LadySpeech. That's right. I want to welcome you back to my channel. I say I want to welcome you to my channel. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whenever you are seeing this. Whether you are live, you showed up at the beginning, the middle, or the end, whether you are seeing this pre-recorded after it's been posted, you, my darling, are right on time. Good morning, you all. I have missed you. I have missed you. Shout out to Sophia Joan for being the first one in the building. Dane, hello, hello, my darling. It is good to see you too. Hello from South Africa, my dear. She bad. Good morning. Ilma, good morning. Ashanti Lee, good morning. Girl, Robin Hood, good morning, my dear. Queenie babies, yes, honey, I'm in the house and so are you, and it's good to see you. AVG, good morning to you, darling. Unseelie Ash Bliss, hello, my darling. Butter, the garage cat. One of my favorites. I love you, darling. Good morning and good morning and good morning. Cha, good morning. Kirsten09, good morning. Your friend Jen, hello, my darling. Good morning. Sade, good morning to you, my dear. Priestess Shakti, good morning, good day, good rising to you. Elizabeth Moen, good morning. I missed you too. Antidote Archive. It is happy to be here and I'm happy to be seen. I'm happy to be here for you and with you all. Monsters in Makeup, good morning. Jennifer Meldal. Tell me if I pronounced that incorrectly, and if I did, please correct me. Good morning. I missed you all too. Catherine, good morning. Lenora, good morning. I say hello to your babies as well. Lighthouse Massage, good morning, beautiful. Wern B, good morning. Illustrated Mom, good morning. Thank you so much. Illustrated Mom said, good morning, good day, LadySpeech. My goodness, you are glowing like the sun today. So happy to see your face. Thank you for that compliment, darling, because that's literally what I was channeling. You see, I broke out the citrine crown today. I put on the yellow jumpsuit because I'm feeling myself. So thank you. That is the energy I was channeling. Devilish Diva Fish. I love your name. Good morning. Crystal Davis, good morning. Void Moth Night. Void Moth. Y'all names are the best. Good morning. Good morning. Sophily Secret, good Void Moth. That just made my whole imagination. Like the movie in my head, it instantly conjured a moth that has these wings made of the void in the abyss, and it's just flapping in the universe, waiting to suck up everything. I think I'm gonna have to write a short story about that later. Y'all names have me in stitches. I love it. Your names are so inspiring. Lydia, good morning. Miss Jamie, good morning. Ashley, Noel, Laura Bucci, good morning. I have missed you all. It is good to see you, okay? Sade reminding y'all, don't forget to hit the like button. My admins have had a break the last couple weeks because I have been gone. But hopefully they come into the building and we will get this party started. We're going to get this party started without them. But shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to my admin. Shout out to the followers. Shout out to all of you guys. You know what time it is. It's time for your reading, okay? I'm going to update you about what's been going on. But first, let's just get through the meat and the potatoes of things, all right? Now, the OGs are already assuming the position and doing what they need to do. It is a Sunday reading, darling, and we're going to get back to doing what we do, getting back into our regularly scheduled program, and you are already following directions. You know what I like to see. If you are not new to this, but you are true to this, you've seen at least 3 readings, you've been following me for at least 3 months, you already know what's up. Go ahead and put a purple heart or a blue heart in the comments, or a bunch butterfly. Y'all are doing it already. I love to see it. Now, if you're new here, if you're not yet true to this, you're new to this, you got dropped off randomly in this live, your notifications popped up. I just popped up on your screen. Spirit directed you to my video after it has been posted. Go ahead, live or after it's been posted, show me a green heart, show me a yellow heart, show me a caterpillar in the comments, baby. And no matter what you are, if you're new to this and not true to this, if you're true to this but not new to this, everyone is welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. Now, this is a Sunday service. This is a divination. This is a divination, a tarot reading, if you will, to help you start your week out great, to help you understand what's coming. It's a little spiritual counsel for the soul, okay? Now, there's chicken soup for the soul. I don't give you chicken soup for the soul. I give you gumbo, okay? Gumbo for the soul. From the soul and for the soul. My family's from the South. I'm Black. I give you gumbo for the soul. This is what this is. Okie dokie. Let me introduce you to the elements of this reading for those of you who are new here. Also, to give you OGs time to get your things together, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let me let you get your things together, okay? First and foremost, we have cards. It's a divination. Tools. We use tools to divine. Now, I need to note that I don't always need tools, baby. I'm a medium. I'm a channeler. I'm a reader, honey. I'm a psychic, baby. So I don't always need the tools, but I love to play with the tools. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So let me introduce you to those tools. I want you to let you know that these are already listed in the description box, baby. Already listed. So if you want to come and get you any of these tools, go do so. But I suggest that you start small first. Shop small first. Shop small first. Patronize Black-owned, brown-owned, indigenous-owned, women-owned, femme-owned, trans-owned businesses. Shop small first. Local businesses. And then if you got to get what you got to get from whoever you got to get it from, then that's what needs to happen. But shop small first. We have, you know it, you love it, I know it, I love it, the Tazama deck, honey. And I just figured out one of the reasons why I love this deck so much. As a neurospicy reader, this is a sensory dream for me. The cards are thick. The visuals are amazing. I love these cards. I already know it. I've done a review on these cards. Dig into my magic playlist and go watch that video. Give it some likes and some traction, okay? We've got the Tazama Tarot deck today that we're going to be using. Picked up a new deck. Y'all know I was in Denver. I'll be back soon. We have the She Siren deck. Look at the back of this card. We all know what this is. If you don't, I need you to go and study AFAB anatomy. What does AFAB mean? Assigned female at birth. Go look at AFAB anatomy and then come back and tell me what you know it is. Ha! This is the She Sirens Oracle deck. I love this deck because it has a lot of binary, gender non-conforming people as well as femmes and women. I love this because I'm a whole gender fluid being, okay? I'm all the pronouns. She, her, they, them, he, king. Hello. All right. Goodbye. Next up, we are using the African Goddess Rising deck. Yes, darling. Yes. And a crowd favorite. Okay, a personal favorite, a crowd favorite, the Angels and Ancestors deck. So that's good stuff right there. I encourage you to go and get your hydration stations, okay? You know me, you know me. I've got my two addictions. Sparkling water. I'm sure if you drink sparkling water, you can tell the brand, but I'm not telling you the brand because it's not sponsored. But y'all need to give me some money, though. I actually am going to go. I'm going to start going for sponsorships because I need to pay some bills, honey. I need to pay some bills. But I think I might go for a sparkling water sponsorship because I really be drinking it. I really be drinking it. I love it. I also have my tea, double fisting, but I was late making this tea. It was really hot, so it's really hot, and I need to hydrate now, so we're going to get to this tea later. This is a sweet tangerine with a bit of honey, okay, local honey. Get you some local honey. All right, get you some hydration. You know it's your favorite, excuse me, a little burpage. You know your favorite auntie, uncle, your favorite pirate captain, your favorite goddess king, your favorite hood healer, high priest, motivational dominatrix, spiritual dominatrix, believes in aftercare. So go and get you some hydration stations. Go get your comfort items, okay? Because this is the Speak and Spank. You about to get handed to you. For you new people, this is the Speak and Spank. I just described what this was. It's all of that and more. The Speak and Spank. You about to get spanked. You about to get spanked. You got... Go grab your comfort items. Because this is about to be a doozy. Do not say I didn't warn you. Hello. All right. Last but certainly not least, actually it's not last because I have to introduce you to the rock friends, but the main character energy, hello, we all know who this is. We all know who this is. Main character energy, my assistant in Deacon, my assistant in life. Yes, it even traveled with me when I went to Denver, Colorado. Affirmation box, the Deacon affirmation box, assistant Deacon affirmation box, assistant Deacon affirmation box. This is exactly what it sounds like and more. I gave birth to this, not physically, but energetically. Anything that I give birth to lives, and it lives big, and it lives grand, and it lives bold. And this is no exception. Deacon Affirmation Box is a box filled with affirmations that we're going to do a call and response things with. I am going to pull at random from this box of affirmations. I need to refill you. I've got a bunch of new affirmations I'm excited to add to the list. But I'm going to pull at random from this affirmation box, okay? Pulling at random. Gonna pull at random. And then we're gonna do a call and response thing. So I'm going to say the affirmation out loud. Then you're gonna repeat the affirmation, okay? I'm gonna say the affirmation. You're gonna repeat the affirmation. I do this because I can. I want to. I feel like it. And the spirits told me to. But I really do this because we spend too much time talking mess about ourselves. We spend too much time talking shit about ourselves. So you're going to spend some time with me affirming yourself, okay? Because I don't like to be surrounded by negativity. Far too much negativity in this world. Negativity is going to come to you. You don't need to go looking for it or perpetuate it. It's here. We're going to use our language to perpetuate good things and bless ourselves because words are spells. Hello. Goodbye. Last but not least, my rock friends. I already introduced you to the fact that I'm wearing a horse citrine crown. Hello. Thank you to whatever follower, person who follows me. I just said that. Lord. Whatever fan that follows me. Thank you, because one of you sent me this. It was on my wish list, which is in the description box on my link tree. Check the description box, because not only does it have my rock friends, this is Tibetan quartz crystal. It also has a link to all of my social media spaces that I run, because the scammers are afoot, honey. The scammers are afoot. So hit the description box because you're going to get all the information I just told you, all the decks, my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo information. You're also going to get all of the official social media that I run that's not a scammer, okay? As well as what the rock friend is, all right? Speaking of PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, let me pass the collection plate. The Cash App is LadySpeech, the Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa, the PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Making sure I said that correctly. That's that on that. Y'all ready? This is about to be a doozy. So you know we're going to begin with the Deacon. Are y'all all right? There's 11 billion retrogrades going on. We just ended the Venus in retrograde. I have a whole video about that. You're going to see that on Tuesday, okay? And just a reminder, I'm going to start dropping our videos on Tuesdays because I see that Mondays is a lot. A lot of you catch up on the Sunday service on Monday, so I'm going to start dropping my regular videos on Tuesdays, okay? So you're going to get a new video this Tuesday. But these Venus in retrograde was a lot on its own. I learned a lot. I'm a whole changed being in person, baby. Let me tell you the weight that I lost, and it wasn't physical weight. It wasn't physical weight. It wasn't physical weight. The weight that I lost letting go of folks, okay, the spiritual weight. Oh, Lord. Venus in retrograde dug all the way into some childhood woundings and fixed me all the way up, honey. But we're not out of the cluster, all right? Mercury is in microgrades, and yeah, it's in microgrades, micro braids, and in the microwave at the same time, okay? I believe Neptune and Pluto and a whole bunch of other things is going on right now, okay? I'm Saturn. It's just retrograde. The planets was like, you get a retrograde, you get a retrograde, you get a retrograde, you get a retrograde. It's like Oprah. The cosmos is giving away retrogrades. So some of y'all is good, a lot of y'all is not. I'm going to help you. This is to help you. Because it's rough out here, okay? Cosmos acting like Oprah, okay? putting everything in the marmalade, okay? Putting everything in the Gatorade, okay? Soaking everything in the Gatorade, all right? You're not okay. You will be. We're gonna be all right, okay? Lean in, okay? That's the advice I always give. Lean in. Yeah, quit fighting things. There are lots of things in this world you can and you should fight. Abusers, racists, narcissists, okay? There's some things you don't need to stop fighting this stuff. Just lean in. Quit fight. Quit putting your dukes up when these retrogrades come, okay? It's like when you get a spaghetti, you put your hand in the way, you better move your hand. Move your hand. Move your hand. Move your hand. And let half your problems come from the fact that you're fighting. Just lean in. It ain't gonna be that bad. It is gonna be bad. But it ain't gonna be that bad. And you'll get through it faster if you stop fighting it, all right? Let's just get into what we got going on. I'm gonna help you. That's all you need to know. I'm always gonna help you. I'm always gonna help you. Real quick, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Yes, I was gone, honey. I was off these interweb streets because I had to go and help people in real life, okay? And then I had to go live my life, all right? So first and foremost, I went to Denver, did a grief ritual. Oh my God, that was amazing. I worked with and partnered with a dear friend of mine, Piper, and we brought it, okay? We brought it, and it was great. And we are so empowered about moving forward with this offering for the community. We keep it very accessible when it comes to how much you got to pay to get in there. And also, if you ain't got no money to pay to get in there, but you need to access this grief ritual, we got you. So yes, this was in person. We're going to continue to offer this in person. We're definitely going to continue to offer it in Denver because both of us have ties there. But we're also going to take this grief ritual around. So it might appear in your city. It depends on where we have contacts and where we can access a space easily to do the work that we need to do, okay? We all will be offering this online as well. So if you can't travel to the cities, don't worry. We will be able to make this offering and help people facilitate grieving online, okay? So I took space for that. Also, I took space because a dear elder in my world has passed into the ancestral realm. And I had the honor of being able to speak at their homegoing home life celebration, okay? And for me, that experience was a lot because I got to death doula my entire community as we mourned and celebrated an elder that has been so very instrumental in so many of our lives. This elder has taught me a lot and was there for me a lot. When I first left my house, this is one of the first cisgendered men that was safe for me. So I needed to take some time, and do my proper grieving around that, and I needed to do my due diligence and be there for my community in the way that I was, in the way that I'm meant to be. And also a really beautiful thing happened for me around that. And there was another level of life that I achieved. I was welcomed into an inner circle in a different way by my elders, even though I ain't the age yet. I'm working towards it. But I was welcomed into the inner circle. I was welcomed into an elder circle in a way that uplifts my heart. That's all I can really say. There's a level of responsibility that I have, that I've always had, that I kind of have run away from. And I have been given permission and support by my elders, by the people who I look up to fully take up space in all the ways that I've always been meant to. So being invited into the elder circle, being invited into an inner circle, being invited into a space where my wisdom is seen and acknowledged and encouraged to be is a great thing, but it also is something that I take very seriously. And I definitely consider this last trip a light. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not it's right. It's what is it? I can't think of the wording, but it is basically moving into another phase in life and stepping into a different space. So I had to take some time with that. I had to take some time with what taking on this new responsibility means and what I need to do for my community. And I needed to really sit with the leadership that I have been given and commit fully to it. So I just needed a moment. I needed a moment to grieve. I needed a moment to hold space for the grieving of my community. I needed a moment to absorb what I have been given and what I've been tasked with. I needed a moment to move into this new transition. So thank you for giving me that time and that space. And that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. We got some other, well, I'll talk about it. I've got some things in other videos. I'll talk about it. But it's 20 minutes into this we're 20 minutes deep in, and it's time to do this reading. So I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you all for having my back. I want to thank you all for holding space for my humanity. I want to thank you all for allowing me to do what it is that I do, because I serve. I don't serve you. I don't just serve you. I serve the world. I serve wherever ancestors and spirits call me to serve. And this means that sometimes my attention will be taken from you. It means sometimes that I will not be here for you because I'm there for somebody else. But please know that I might not always be there when you call, but I'm always there when you need. I'm always there when you need. All right, good people, let me check in with some of these comments. Then we're going to get to this affirmation box. And then we're going to dive deeper into this reading, okay? Hello. Wow. Heather Dalton said, I am so humbled and grateful to have attended the grief ceremony, and it was transformative and so appreciative of all the love and guidance you provide our community. I thank you so much for attending the grief ceremony. Thank you for your support and for trusting Piper and I. That's a lot. And the fact that y'all trusted us to take you where you needed to go to help facilitate a safe space so you could do what you needed to do. Thank you so much, Heather. And thank you to every single person who participated. I cannot wait to continue to give this offering, okay? Nico said, you can't pour from an empty cup. That's right. I'm always and forever telling y'all that. And baby, oh, also, that's not the only thing that happened in Denver. It's been a minute since I've been tied up. Yes. I practiced the art of rope bondage, and I on both sides, and I just needed a release, and I got twice, honey. But when I tell you I was tied up in the mountains under the moon, drenched in gold, you don't know my life. You don't know my life. I'm living my best life, okay? There ain't nothing like a release. There ain't nothing like a release. There ain't nothing like a release. Like being fully naked, tied up, covered in gold leaf. Being presented as the goddess king you are to the elements. Yes! 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 Oh, such a relief. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Amber Lee Modest said, I've missed you. You haven't watched your videos in so long. So glad that I've been led back. Yes! Congratulations, baby, and welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Andrea Lucas sending love. Thank you so much, my dear. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. It's a sad thing, my elder leaving, but that man lived a life so well. He served so well. Like, the thing that echoed between all of us is that, yes, we were sad, but also, like, that man lived, child. That man lived. Like, I am not sad. He knew what his assignment was, and he lived it. This is a man who, Muslim, Nation of Islam, helped anybody, everybody. Especially if you were black, you felt safe with him. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter what his beliefs are. He was going to take care of you. If you were in community, he was going to take care of you. He lived the hell out of his life tirelessly. And the lesson that he leaves me with is don't stop. Don't stop, honey. When you rely on spirit, when you rely on God, you always have the energy you need to take care of everyone you need to take care of. He did not stop well into his 70s. Vibrant life. And was forever fathering anybody who needed a father in our community. God, yes, I'm sad, but like I'm also, that's how I want to leave this planet. I want to rock this life until the wheels fall off. Do you understand me? I want to leave a legacy that, like, the ancestors make a joyful noise when I come see them. So I appreciate the love. I do. But I want y'all to know, like, this was a death. this, you just know, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. And just such a good man. Tirelessly working. My God. I have a lot to say about patriarchy and toxic masculinity, but I'm going to say this. I offer up a lot of critique, and I am very judgmental, and I hold a lot of cisgendered men and anyone who holds masculinity to the fire when it comes to confronting our internalized toxic masculinity. But I do this because I've seen healthy masculinity. I do this because I'm surrounded by men who work. I do this because I know and I am around cisgendered men who are unpacking things, who are good men, who are healthy, are chasing divine and healthy masculinity. I will be relentless with the others because I'm surrounded by such goodness. Okay? I'm surrounded by such goodness. I will be relentless with anyone else. And it comes from a place of love because I see the possibility. I know folks can change. I know that there is hope. I know there are good folks out there. We can do this. It takes a lot of work, but we can do this. So thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Samaria said, can you please find a way to let us know when you are not doing a Sunday service? The only notice I saw stated that you were returning next week. Thank you. Yes, I will be better about letting you guys know when I am not there. I will be much better. Emperor Bree, you've been with me for 9 months, baby. We are so thankful for you caring for you, and I thank you for y'all holding space so I can do that, okay? Sweet Tea said, hey, family, I missed you. We missed you too, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Lighthouse Massage said, dang, retrogrades got me all. Yeah. The retrogrades got a lot of us wilding out. Okay, so you ain't the only one. Kira 3542, thank you for your super sticker, baby. Vibe said major heart chakra openings the last few weeks. Yeah, my heart's on fire in all of the best ways. In all of the best ways. Lenora, thank you for your super chat, my dear. I and my babies have missed your energy and your beautiful self. I missed you too. Christy, thank you so much for your super chat, my dear. The Spice Kitten, thank you so very much for your super sticker, baby. I love you all. Yes, I do. It is so, so good to see you all. It is so good to see you all. It is so good to be back. It is so good to be given to you all again. Nina R, thank you so much for your super chat, baby. Dearest Goddess King, I appreciate your labor and for having guided the community in moving through grief. That crown suits you. Thank you, my dear, and you are so welcome. It is quite literally my pleasure. It is quite literally my pleasure. This is my work. This is my work, and I love my work. I love what I do with y'all. I love what I do for y'all. I've been doing this relentlessly since I was 17. And I'm going to address that in a video soon. I was all the way burned out. But something about this trip and something about this last year and a few months, I'm a whole new being. And I have so much love and art and medicine to make and to give. And I'm so excited to give it. Thank you guys for receiving it. Casey, thank you so much for your super chat, my dear. I'm so happy to see you too. Seneca said, I swore off men. It's been 4 years. Am I ready to try again? Dating is terrifying. Yeah, darling, dating is terrifying. That is something you're going to know you're ready by really getting deep into your spirit and talking to your other spirits, honey, because sometimes you got to take a break out here. I don't talk to your spirit, get a formal reading, honey. All right, we're going to begin. Let us begin with a quote, okay? We're going to begin with a quote. This is a quote by Demi Lovato. It doesn't have to take over your life. It doesn't have to define you as a person. It's just important that you ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. Well, damn, Deacon, you really decided. I go to you first. I start the reading out with you because I want people to be eased into things because the card's about to spank him. And then you don't do that. You just hit him with the sauce. You just hit him with the sauce. Can we get an appetizer? I go to you, I open the readings with you to give him some cushion, and you just hit him with this? Okay. The Deacon's not playing today. Grab your soft items. Welcome to the Speak and Spank. I probably should stop opening the reading. Just go in to the spanking. I be really trying to give y'all a buffer. But the Deacon said, it's been a while. Let me pull up my sleeves. Just barehanded across the face. Jesus. All right, y'all, listen. Just, you ain't even got to repeat it. Just listen. You ain't even got to repeat it. Just listen. It doesn't have to take over your life. It doesn't have to define you as a person. It's just important that you ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. I'm going to say this 2 more times and we're going to create an affirmation of this. It doesn't have to take over your life. It doesn't have to define you as a person. It's just important that you ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. One more time. It doesn't have to take over your life. It doesn't have to define you as a person. It's just important that you ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. Repeat after me. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Listen, some of you need help with your mental health. Some of you need help financially. Some of you need help moving to the next phase in your business. Ask for it. You have been conditioned by this society not to ask for help because it makes you a better pawn. Think about it like that. You are a better bitch to someone if you don't ask for help. Not asking for help makes you capitalism's punk. They're pimping you out. Not asking for help makes you white supremacy's punk. They're pimping you out. Not asking for help makes you this messed up society's punk. And they pawn when you don't ask for help. Now, we live in a society where it's very selfish. So asking for help is going to entail training your community. I had to train y'all. When I've been at this since I was 17 years old. I've been a public figure literally since I was 17 years old. I've been on the scene. I've been doing my thing. And I had a very inappropriate relationship with a lot of y'all. It wasn't until about 10 years ago that I started requiring reciprocity. And I'm still learning how to do that in its completeness. I spent years not asking for help, shouldering so much weight, and it almost unalived me. It wasn't until I came to that concept. It wasn't until I really dug deep into my anarchist beliefs. Yes, because I'm a village anarchist. It wasn't until I dug deep into my spirituality that I realized that goes against nature. Being isolated goes against nature. There is nothing on this planet that in reality is isolated. You touching some type of life. You in contact with some type of spirit. Something is around you. You ain't by yourself. So asking for help don't make you weak. There's a lot of you who gonna need to really sit with that. Ask for help. Train your community that you need help, because a lot of you have trained your community not to help you. I certainly trained a lot of y'all, and society trains you too, because y'all don't help black women and femmes, especially when we're fat and mammied. Y'all love to mammy us. I had to train my community. I'm not your mammy. Yes, I have mother energy. Yes, I have father energy. I ain't your mammy, though. I ain't your nanny, and I ain't your mammy. I deserve just as much care from y'all as I give to you. Because I'm a whole human. Ask for help. Damn, Deacon, you really just did. You, Lord. Here we go. Here's another one. Prosperity is drawn to me. Okay, thank you. That's more like it. You did not have to punch us. in the solar plexus. Repeat after me. Prosperity is drawn to 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 me. Gabrielle DePaul said, oh yeah, you were responding to someone. Spice Kitten said, yes, the humans evolved through community. Exactly. We need each other and we need help. We need each other and we need help. Okay? Okay, so I gave you enough time, literally 30 minutes worth of time. Let's get into it. Tazama Deck. The 20 of the major arcana. Judgment. It's reversed. Some of you are refusing to transform. You are getting your behind handed to you during these retrogrades because you are refusing to let go of all of the ways that you have self-sabotaged yourself. You are refusing to decolonize. You are refusing to check yourself. You are refusing to let go of things that need to be let go of. Listen, the way you've been running your life for the past 10 years, good. All right, or not good for some of you. The way you've been running your life for the past 20 years, good or not good for some of you. No matter if it's good or bad, that's done. These retrogrades are here to break you down. Newsflash, so just submit. Yeah, you're supposed to be broken down. You're going to be broken down to the white meat. You're going to be processed like a caught fish in the South, like a piece of catfish on a grandmother's porch. You're going to be fricasseed and filleted, honey. That's what it's supposed to do. Because the final product is a new you. The final product is the best you. The way you have been approaching your business, your parenting, your decolonization, your spirituality has to change. You ain't who you need to be in order to accomplish the goals you set forth for yourself. And the universe wants you to accomplish those goals. It wants you to have happiness. It wants you. It wants you. But some of you need to deal with the fact that you are attached to the devil you know. Success is sitting right here. You on the precipice, but you keep fighting it because you are seeking comfort in the devil you know. Stop. Because see, there's a good life for you if you would stop. If you would just let yourself transform, if you would just let yourself ascend, if you would just let yourself get to the next level, if you would humble yourself in this instance and get the hell out of your own way, things would go well for you. Break. This ain't the time to bend. Yes, there are times where you bend. This ain't the time to bend. Break. Break down. Break open. Break free. Break. The old ways of doing business, done. But you can continue to do things like you've been doing it and watch things go south for you. Your business is going to tank. Your marriage is going to continue to go south. Your love life is going to look like a toilet. A stinky one at that. You and your kids' relationship ain't going to improve. You ain't going to get that new job and you ain't never going to move. You're going to continue to be available to people who abuse you. Does that sound fun? It's time to lean in. Yeah. Break. Break down. Break open. Break free. Break. Break. I'm glad that all of that worked for you in the past. Good. I'm glad to think if you are coming from a position where you're like, well, everything was working in the past, but you are clearly saying that Spirit is telling you it's time for new things and you refuse because everything was working in the past, that's going to stop working at some point. Some of you are being asked to leave while things are good. And you're going to be given a better opportunity. Some of you are being asked to leave while things are bad. And you're going to be given a better opportunity. Refuse, because this universe loves free will. Refuse if you want to. Stay stagnant. Stay stagnant. Here's the thing. We're in a portal. The decisions you make in the portal, it's going to fast track you to your destination. So you choose not to change, and you get fast tracked to your demise. You choose to change, you're going to get fast tracked to your victories. It's up to you. Now, after this portal is done, can you still make a change? Yeah. If you chose the wrong door, you can still make a change. Yeah. It's going to take you twice to 3 times to 4 times to 10 times as long to get to the result that you could and would get to if you just submit right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For some of you, this is about you been walking a life of pain. You've committed to pain. You've committed to negativity. You've committed to your life always working out nasty for you. And that's what you're getting. You've committed. You've committed to it. And that's what you're getting. And that's what the universe is asking you to shift, your mind. Do it or don't. You are most definitely going to reap the results of every decision you make. Do it or don't. Do it or don't. You don't have to. And let me tell you, baby, I know it's hard, but what you're doing is hard already. Change is hard. But is this your first rodeo? No. You've gone through major change before. You could do it again. You could do it again. You could do it again. Now let's ease on into this one. Queen of Wands reversed. This is what happens when you don't do this. Queen of Wands reversed. So positive, so ambitious. She gets things done. She gets it together. But it's reversed. Mean. Cantankerous. Never a positive thing to say about anything, anyone, anywhere. Can never see the light. Can never take a compliment. Almost never gives compliments. Is mean as fuck for no reason. Always complaining about shit. That's because they never transform. Full of vinegar and piss. Full of sourness. Why? They don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel satisfied. They've put their happiness and their satisfaction in other people's hands. This is a strong femme energy. So for some of you, this is an energy you're going to recognize inside of you. And for some of you, it's going to be an energy that you recognize outside of you. For some of you, you're working your way towards this because you aren't giving yourself the opportunity to transform and be everything you need to be. You will be the worst versions of you. So that is the reading, honey. Choose not to transform. Choose to keep doing that stupid shit you was doing and you're going to end up like this. Mean. I'm going to tell you, some of the meanest people I know are just hurt. And they so mean because they boxed themselves into a cage. And they're the only ones with the key. They're the only ones who know the way out. And they're mad at everybody around them because they're in a cage of their own creation. They're looking at everybody else outside of them. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. No, player, that's you. You put yourself there. You have to get yourself out. And the only way to get through it is to get through it. The only way to get through it is to go through it. Ain't no bypassing here. Ain't no above, ain't no below, ain't no to the side. You got to be present. That's the key. Be present and get through it. You working your way towards a nasty existence. And in this incarnation, all she brings to her is strife. She brings what she gives. chaos, drama, negativity. Nothing goes right in her world. Every little piece of joy and hope she gets is disintegrated. You know somebody like that? You know someone who almost never has anything positive to say. You know someone who is never can never celebrate anybody else's victories. You know someone who never celebrates their own because they don't got no victories. You know someone who was always mad and angry. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying you cannot hold space for shadow emotions. But some of you are so deep in them shadow emotions, it's become your personality. Nobody hangs with you. Nobody's going to help you. We talked about earlier the affirmation of asking for help. Some of you are asking for help and can't get it because you don't realize this. I'm going to go ahead and be transparent with you. This card speaks to me. This last couple weeks, and especially this last 2 weeks, I have come to terms with how mean I had gotten to certain people. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it. And it's literally been in this past 2 weeks that I was like, holy crap. I was not a nice person to them. I just was not nice. And the reasons were justified. I will say this, the root is justified. The reason's not just, but the root of that is justified. But that is not who I want to be. That is not who I am naturally. I can be mean. That ain't my personality. I do have an asshole streak. That's not my entire personality. But I had gotten to a point where my meanness had gotten out of hand. And the root of my meanness was my dissatisfaction with an aspect of my life. Not all parts of my life, but a certain aspect of my life. I was not satisfied in it. And I had put that control, that satisfaction in other people's hands. And it wasn't until I clicked into that I'm like, I'm not satisfied over here. This is why I'm being mean to people, because my needs aren't being met in this part of my life. And I wasn't being mean to everybody. I immediately checked that. And I immediately started making the satisfaction happen for me. I immediately started making plans to do the things that I needed to do in order to feel happiness and satisfaction in that area of my life. And as soon as I started pouring into that part of me, all of that meanness dissipated because I was satisfied. If you are in a place of nastiness, I don't want you to judge yourself. If you are around someone, I want you to look at them clearly. Some of you in the comments have said, that's my mom, that's this person. I am not telling you this is an invitation to let them all the way in your world without boundaries. But I am going to tell you this. You don't get there by accident. Hold space for their humanity by recognizing that they got processed into this. Again, this doesn't mean that you need to let them in without boundaries. I have someone in my life like that where I've had to create clear boundaries. Your negativity is overwhelming. Your focus on everything bad is overwhelming. Now, I get exactly why you do what you do, and I'm not here to judge you. You've lived through some craziness. However, my boundary is my boundary, and I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to remove myself from the situation when that boundary is hit up against. I'm going to create rules for my life that keep those type of people measured so I'm not overwhelmed or taken over by their energy. And I can hold space for their humanity while creating a safe environment for myself. And I don't have to judge them. I know how you got here. You got beaten, oppressed. You got processed into that. But it's easy to get here when you don't transform. It's easy to get here when you just stay stuck. It's easy to get here when you don't do the work you need to do. Do the work or the work does you. 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 I've been saying that for years. Okay. Let's get into this affirmation box. Grief takes on many forms and I accept God's help. Grief takes on many forms and I accept God's help. Grief takes on many forms and I accept God's help. Grief takes on many forms, and I accept God's help. I guess the theme from the Deacon today is asking for help, okay? Okay. The Emperor, I pulled these in my personal reading too. Whoo, yeah, child. Obviously, universe is speaking, okay? Universe is speaking, okay? And thank you for your super sticker. Repeat after me. I get to have pleasure in my body right now. I get to have pleasure in my body right now. I get to have pleasure in my body right now. I get to have pleasure in my body right now. Lighthouse Massage essay said 2 things I've learned in the last few years. Forgiveness does not equal reconciliation. Amen. And unconditional love does not equal unconditional access. Damn. Yes, honey. Unconditional love does not mean unconditional access. I could love you all day. You can't be in every part of my world. Not if you're toxic. Mm-mm. 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 No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're going to move on to the, what is this deck? The SirensOracle Deck. Love this deck. We have Express. I love how we begin this reading, because now we're about to work backwards. At your most authentic space, express yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between, express yourself. Express yourself when you are at the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced levels of who you are. Express yourself. It is time to be you. It is time to live in your full self. It is time to allow yourself to transform into the person you've always meant to be, because who you were cannot serve you in your highest future. Who you were cannot serve you in your highest future. Who you are cannot serve you in your highest future. You must ascend. Express yourself. Quit policing yourself. Express yourself in all of the ways. And when I say express yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I mean it. Express yourself at your best. It's also express yourself at your worst, because you can't get out of your worst without expressing it. You can't get out of the nasty parts of who you are without expressing them and acknowledging the truth of that in that moment. Express yourself. For some of you, this means expressing your true gender. For some of you, it means expressing your true spirituality. For some of you, it means expressing your true sexuality. Gender and sexuality, just a reminder, are different. Gender and sexuality are different. For some of you, this is about expressing your political beliefs. For some of you, it's just living out loud. You were raised to be somebody you ain't. You were indoctrinated to be somebody you not. Express yourself. Express your anger. There are some of you who are walking around here and you are not expressing your anger. Now, I don't mean yell at different people, and that's actually what's getting you in trouble. Some of you aren't expressing your anger, so then you're yelling at people. Some of you aren't expressing your sadness, so you're getting mad at everybody. Okay? Express yourself. Get it together. Get you some healthy coping mechanisms. Write it out. Sing it out. Stomp it out. Pray it out. Ritualistically get it out. Okay? Express yourself in the healthiest ways possible that do not damage yourself or other people. Express yourself. Some of you are really great artists, but because you're judging yourself, you refuse to express yourself. It's time to express your art. Some of you are hiding from your happiness. There are some of you who are really great at expressing your sadness and your pain. You ain't great at expressing your happiness. It's been so long since you've allowed yourself to be happy, to be at peace. You don't know how to express it. It's time. It's time to quit holding yourself back. It's time to express yourself. But you can't express yourself until you accept yourself. Oh. Some of you can't express yourself because you can't accept yourself. And that's what a lot of these retrogrades are here to make you do. You can't accept all of you, the multitudes of you. You can't accept the fact that you contain greatness and sadness and beauty and ugliness. You can't accept that all of these things exist and none of these things cancel them out. You will not be able to express yourself at your most authentic self unless you can accept yourself. Okay? It's time to express your deep thoughts to yourself, to your therapist. Some of you, that's as simple as what it means. You need to have a very real conversation with the therapist. You need to express your pain at its deepest level to someone who is trained, trauma-informed, trained to hold space for you. However this hits for you, express yourself. Do what needs to be done. It is time for you to understand the potency of who you are. It's time to understand that you matter. It's time to understand that the sum of your experiences has left you with a wealth of magic and wisdom. Quit walking around here like you ain't the shit. Quit walking around here thinking of yourself as you are stupid or unworthy. You contain a potency that has literally been created from every experience, every piece of knowledge that you know, every piece of understanding that you have. Jenna Wilburn said, my therapist showed me your channel. That's dope! Shout out to your therapist! If your therapist is listening, hey, thank you and welcome. I love that. That makes me so happy. Because you know I'm all about therapy. Go get you a culturally responsive therapist. Because I'm about therapy. Also, therapy can be very damaging in the hands of someone who ain't culturally responsive. Look at this whole 8-passenger situation. I don't usually comment on YouTube stuff like this, but I got something to say about that. I'm going to do a video. Anyway, back to the reading. Y'all contain a potency. Quit sleeping on it. Quit sleeping on how magic you are. Quit sleeping on how magic you are. Quit sleeping on the potency of what you got going on. Quit sleeping on it. Quit sleeping on it. Quit sleeping on it. This is part of it. You're sleeping on it because part of you are sleeping on it because of that first card we pulled. The transformation. You refusing to transform. This is what I was talking about. You actually can't unlock all of these powers in you. You can't make these come together without the act of transformation. The act of transformation, the act of walking into a new space in your life is what's going to unlock all types of wonderful things inside of you. It's going to make everything make sense. But you must transform. You must transform. The Spice Kid, you are working. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for removing that person. You handling your business. I love you. Potency. You ain't gonna really get into all the parts of who you are. You ain't gonna really be able to access all of the great aspects of you unless you choose to say goodbye to your old self, okay? You gonna have to step in. That's the only way. And the crazy thing is, what this makes, this card motivated the hell out of me, because really it's literally like how I envisioned it. It's like there's a room in your house. You are the house. There is a room in your house that has all types of magic, weapons, resources. It's literally got all types of resources, okay? But you can't access, even though it's your house, you can't access that room until you reach a certain level. If you don't reach that level, you're just going to be sitting with this wealth of this room that has all of these resources, that has all of these things that you can't use to improve your life, to improve the lives of others, to improve your community, to improve the house you live in. The only way to get to that room is to level up. Okay? You handling your business. You need to handle your business. You need to handle your business. You need to handle your business. You are amazing. You are dope. You are worthy. But it's the only way to unlock that is to go forth and do what that first card in the reading told you was avoiding, which is transform. You got to move into it, baby. It's time. You got to move into it, baby. It's time. All right, let's do some affirmation. Antidote advocate, you out here doing the work too. Thank you to my admins. Y'all got it going on. Thank you to my admins. Y'all got it going on. All right. This affirmation is for the Black folks in the room. So actually it's for everybody. We're going to do two things. This begins with I am. So if you are Black, you're going to say, I am unapologetically Black beautiful. Okay? If you are not Black, I just want you to say Black is beautiful. All right? So if you're not Black, say Black is beautiful. If you are Black, I want you to say I am unapologetically Black beautiful. Okay? Now I'm going to go between both of them. All right? Let us begin. I am unapologetically Black beautiful. Black is beautiful. 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 All right, let's do another affirmation. This says, I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. I allow myself to feel this fully to be here. All right. Let me take a look at these comments and then we're going to move on. Y'all doing all right. Y'all doing all right. You doing all right. Lex Hunter said, Moldavite has been popping up everywhere. I'm too afraid to buy any for these reasons. Baby, yeah. Let me tell you something. Go work with, if you don't want to work with Moldavite yet, go work with Labradorite. Okay, go work with Labradorite first. That's a good opener. I didn't do the TikTok trend because I am into crystals. I understood what Moldavite could do and I had no need for it. But when like this Moldavite came up like 2 years ago, and then if you watch like 6 months to a year after all these people bought Moldavite, their lives was in shambles. And a lot of people didn't understand what Moldavite, what you're supposed to do with it. If you ain't ready to transform, Moldavite's going to force the issue. And if you're not ready to do that work, Moldavite's going to ruin your life. I'm not even going to lie. It's going to ruin your life. You need to be ready. Because it does two things. It does one thing. It transforms. Your reaction, you're going to take it one of two ways. You going to not lean in and it's going to ruin everything, or you're going to lean in and it's going to make everything better. The whole point is to make everything better, but it's all about your reaction. Most of the people who bought Moldavite, I'm like, you don't go to therapy. You don't do your work. You don't haven't even confronted the fact that you are in full addiction. And I watched it. People 6 months, a year later, people were like, I lost my job. I was homeless. I broke my leg. Everything happened and I don't know what to do. Shambles. Shambles. But again, if you do your work, Moldavite is powerful. I'm craving it. My soul is craving it. There's a few pieces that I saw. I'm like, ooh, yeah. There's a shop out here in Ohio. It's like 2 hours away from me that I'm going to have to make the drive through. She gets, I think her pronouns are she, but she gets some really big, substantial pieces. And I felt really called to her pieces. So yeah, I'm going to get some Moldavite, but I'm ready. I do my work and I lean in. And I submit. But yeah, Moldavite ain't for the weak. It's not for the weak. Jenna, thank you for your super sticker, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Jenna Wellborn, I have such a hard time with self-harming. Number one, It is very brave for you to admit that in such a public space, Jenna. I want to surround you with so much love. Number 2, I want to let you know that this society has boxed you into that. Okay? So first and foremost, do not judge yourself. Most of us engage in self-harming activities, baby. Most of the people you're looking at. And I would venture to say at least 80% of the folks in this listening to this right now and in this comment section have dealt with self-harming activities. Now, some people are more formal about it. Most of us are informal about it. The way we treat our bodies, the substances we choose to take, the people we allow ourselves to be around and under. Self-harm. So you're not alone. I say that to say you're not alone. Now, you've done one of the first most important things, which is admit it. You've admitted it. That's vulnerable and amazing and beautiful. Now, what did the Deacon start us out with? It ain't weak to ask for help. That's your next step. Now, it could be scary asking physical people for help. So you're going to work up to that by you first asking God. You're going to first ask God for help. You're going to ask your creator for help. You're going to ask the goddess for help. You're going to ask Mother Earth herself for help. You're going to ask your ancestors for help. You're going to ask your spiritual court and your spiritual team for help. And when they send this help to you, whatever form they send it to, you're going to take it and you're going to run with that. Then after that, it's one breath, one moment, one step at a time. Okay? That's it. That's all. And then one day, you're going to be so far. You're going to look at yourself. You're going to be like, wait a minute. It's been months. It's been years since I've harmed myself. Look at that. Look at that. You'll get there. One breath. One step. One precious moment at a time, baby. And you're not by yourself. Okay? You're not by yourself. Lighthouse said, y'all, Moldavite is damn powerful. Buy a small chip locally, not online. And only when you are ready. I'm living proof, baby. Yeah. Yes. And buy your source it online. Source it from a person. Okay? Source it from a person so you know. And if you can get it the person that I'm going to buy mine from, she gets it scientifically tested and she gets it so you know you're getting what you're getting because people can scam you. But yeah, honey, Molavite. Like, I literally watch it, but they're like, my house burned down. I'm like, damn. Like, people were like, nah, like the way Moldavite will move you from one place in your life to another. And you can't backtrack that. Because even if you give it away, what's done is done. The damage is done, y'all. You need to be careful. Get you some labradorite. Start with that. Start with that, okay? Start with some labradorite. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Tabitha said a little late, but I'm here now. Can't wait to rewatch this and catch up on what I missed. This last couple of weeks has been a doozy. I ended an 8-year relationship, baby. You right on time. And we talking about all of that. You right on time. We are talking about all of that. Jenna said I was raised as a J-dub too. Oh, yeah, honey. So take your time. You know, as a former J-dub, I know all about that. Okay? So take your time with that, okay? Naomi, welcome, Naomi. Thank you for the energy spent on me, community. I'm so glad that you are being lifted up in these moments. You are not alone. Exactly. You are not alone. Rogue Wolf said I was working at a crystal shop when the Moldavite TikTok rush. It was wild. So you saw it. I wonder, Rogue, did you see people coming back in and being like, can you take this stone? Or even being like, now can I buy something else? Moldavite leveled people. I was watching TikTok like, y'all stupid. Do your research. What do you do? You can't do everything that everybody is doing. People got their asses handed to them, honey. Yes, they did. Thank you, Antidote Archive, doing and handling it. Lenny said, I'm in the middle of the most awful divorce, really heartbroken, and my Moldavite just fell out of my ring while I was cooking. That shook me a little. You on the right path. That's all I gotta say. Keep going. But damn, girl, you on the right path. You are on the right path. Fury and King, you are right on time, baby. You are right on time. You are right on time. Let's see. Mazel 086 said, mate, Mzel, is that how you say that? Said, I'm new to your channel. Thank you so much, Retrograde, kicking my ass in a good way. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Sharia said, listening to this while at work and what you said about some of y'all are mean due to hurt hit me because I'm at the time of transformation and I'm having a hard time. Just keep going, baby. You got this. Just keep going, honey. And you're going to get to a space of peace and goodness soon. And that's a hard concept. I know. Like, it took someone else's meanness to really sit me down and be like, girl, you are mean. You've gotten so mean. And I know this is my potential. Like, I know who my father was. I know I was raised. I do a lot of healing work so that I can be the light that I am. And I know that, and I don't do away with that meanness because I'm also very much a warrior and a protector. And that, when I need to pull that out in the name of my protection and the protection of my loved ones or my community, it works wonders. And it lets abusers know we are equally matched. I'll match you. I will not hesitate and I will not cower. This ain't no horror movie. I'm gonna come for you. And I'm going to get you too. So meanness has a space in my life, okay? But when it was seeping out, when I was just being mean to folks for no reason, when I was just thinking mean thoughts, and let me clarify this. So a lot of my meanness did not come out in me the way I talk to people. It came out, I am really good at being very condescending with my energy. I don't have to say a word to you. I'm very expressive in all parts of me. My words, though I'm good at it, and my name is speech, that is almost the least expressive part of me. Like my eyes, my everything tells the story of what's going on with me if you're paying attention. And my energy was making people feel, and it was certain people, it was making people feel less than. I wasn't cussing anybody out. I wasn't being rude to anybody because I pride myself on that. But my meanness was coming out because people felt low. And that's something I only reserve for abusers. I do that on purpose. And I do it with people who abuse people. I do it with people who do that to other people willingly because I like that. Like, do you like that feeling, bruh? You like that, sis? You like making people feel like that? I'm gonna make you feel like that. And you want to have a conversation after that? Like, so it has a place. And I use it well. But I was very concerned with the fact that, like, people were getting it that I didn't want to get it. And also what was concerning me is that I wasn't in control. And that's one thing about me is I like to be in control of my things as well. Cocaine has never appealed to me because I'm out of control. But yeah, I didn't like the fact that I wasn't in control of when that was happening. And it was some deep healing. And it literally came down to the fact that there was a part of my life that I was not satisfied in. And that's a big part of my life. And I was just neglecting that. And as soon as I stopped neglecting that, I stopped treating people like that. It was literally like, oh, yeah, let me go satisfy my soul. Literally, let me go satisfy my soul. So I ain't mean. It's a hard concept. And a lot of you guys are going to have a hard time dealing with the fact that I am the mean one. Like, people don't want to be known as that, but some of you are foul. It's fine. You got there honestly. Life is tough. Like, again, do not judge yourself. I didn't judge myself in that process. I just looked at it. I didn't judge myself. I was like, okay, that's not cool. And that's not who I wanted to be. But I didn't judge myself because that don't get me nowhere. That don't get me nowhere. It literally, and the judging of myself stops me from getting to the root. So do not judge yourself. As soon as I acknowledged that about myself, the next question was, where does this come from? I was like, go to the root. Where does this come from? Where is this rooted in? And as soon as I started asking those questions, it revealed itself and I was able to fix it. So you got this. It's a hard thing, but you got this. You got this. Dev the Disaster said, also for anyone who's seen me post about my addiction, I'm 15 days clean and in intensive outpatient, doing better than I have in a while. Dev. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. And I want you to consider this, Dev. Your name is Dev the Disaster. I want you to consider changing the disaster part. Okay? Words are powerful. Okay? I want you to consider changing that disaster part, honey, because I don't think you a disaster no more. Okay? I don't think you are a disaster no more. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. This 15 days is amazing. And any of you who are getting at your addictions, I'm proud of you. You are making your ancestors proud. You are adding days, moments, years to your life, and you deserve to be celebrated. And I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I'm so happy. Spirit wanted me to see that because I don't be seeing all the comments. Spirit wanted me to see that. So yes, you got this, Dev. You got this. Keep going. Keep going, boo-boo. Keep going. You got this. Keep going. Sharia T said, I'm learning my boundaries as a recovering people pleaser, so my meanness is more reactive, and I'm honestly unforgiving, spiteful due to the abusive relationship. Boom. Love this self-awareness, baby. Now run with it. Now run with it, okay? And also, you developed your meanness a lot as a self-defense tactic. That's why we cannot judge ourselves. The goal is not to do away with the meanness. It's not to do away with it. The goal is to put it in its right place. The goal is to be in control of it, okay? The goal is to use it the correct way, okay? While developing other skills and coping mechanisms to help you cope with life and not use that meanness in an inappropriate way, okay? So I celebrate you, Sharia, for like bringing this self-awareness and being willing to unpack this stuff during this in public, okay? Alrighty then. I don't know if we did some affirmations. I think we did, but I don't know if we did, so we're going to do another affirmation. Damn! Deacon? Here we go again. Ram Das, your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Ooh, that's gonna sting. It already stings. Your problem is, ooh, you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Lord help us all. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Goddamn, Deacon. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. Your problem is, oh God. You all right? Apparently not. Everybody got slapped. Put a hand in the comment if you just got smacked. Okay, I'm going to take a drink. Y'all take a drink. Keep yourselves hydrated. This is a workout. This is a spiritual workout. Goddamn, this is a spiritual workout. Okay, Deacon Box. Did I just call it Deacon Box? I don't even know your name right now because you're just being wildly inappropriate. Goddamn, the Deacon Box. All right, so we'll do another affirmation. This is for my trans folks. So if you are not trans, I want you to say trans bodies are beautiful. If you are trans, I want you to say my trans body is beautiful. I'm going to take this moment to remind you that trans people do not owe you passability. Okay? There we go. Repeat after me. I'm going to go between both of them. My trans body is beautiful. Trans bodies are beautiful. My trans body is beautiful. Trans bodies are beautiful. My trans bodies, are beautiful. Trans bodies are beautiful. I love what Kira 3547 said. All trans bodies are beautiful. Feel free to run with that. My trans body is beautiful. All trans bodies are beautiful. My trans body is beautiful. All trans bodies are beautiful. My trans body is beautiful. All trans bodies are beautiful. My trans body is beautiful. All trans bodies are beautiful. Gabriella said, my Shiva statue just glared at me from the altar with a distinct impression of bitch listen. Honey, I know. We getting hammered today, okay? We are getting... Shan MC said, Deacon is giving it to us with both barrels today. Yeah! Serrana said, that was a direct call out. It should hurt, but it doesn't. Does that mean I'm doing something right? That's right. You are doing something very right, my dear. Fury and King said, cue the John Cena music. Someone said their cat came over and their cat don't do that. Even your cat was like, this is rough. This is rough. Let me be your emotional support animal. Because this is rough. That's right, Naomi. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry, baby. It's okay to cry. Lord. This reading is where you see what happens when we take breaks. Good Lord. Speaking of breaks, exciting news. I'm going to be back to offering workshops and giving divinations. So next week, we're going to talk about that. And I think I'm going to do a members only chat this Friday, I'll just see what it is looking like. So either this Friday or next Friday, we're going to do a members only chat. Everybody can watch the video, but it'll just be a members only chat. And we're going to talk about how you guys can book me for a reading because I'm back at it. And I'm also going to be next month offering some workshops. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about how you can book me and all that good stuff. Moving on to the Goddess Oracle Deck, Sekhmet, Wounded Healer. Can't stop, won't stop. Don't think that this spanking is letting up because it's not. Wounded Healer. Wounded Healer. Wounded Healer. All of the healers that I know are the healers that they needed. Most of the healers that I know, the best healers that I know, understand that they have been wounded and they constantly make themselves their first client, so they are healing themselves. Many of you out there calling yourselves empaths, calling yourself healers, and you are the healer that you need, but you refuse to do the healing that you need to do on yourself. Do you know who my first client is? It ain't none of y'all, and it will never, ever be any of you. You all will be my second clients always, because I'm first. I'm first. I'm first. I'm first. Sekhmet is tattooed on my body. She got me her and Bast. They have got me and they keep me all the way together. Me first. If you are a healer, you need to be first. What is the directive in the airline when turbulence happens? You put your mask on first before you put anybody else's mask on. Because how are you any help to anybody if you can't breathe? When you put yourself first as a healer, one of the lessons you'll come to learn too is that not everybody who comes across your table is for you to heal. Because I put myself first, I understand who I need to heal and who I don't need to heal. I'm not for everybody. This is why I am in a network of healers that continues to grow. Because if I can't do it for you, my homie probably can. I probably know someone in Atlanta, Denver, Colorado. Denver is in Colorado. Texas. I probably know somewhere else in the UK that can help you out. Okay? And if I don't, I don't. And you just gotta have to go on your journey and figure that out for yourself. All right? But I am my first healer. You need to be yours. If you are out here paying more attention to other people and you are not paying attention, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. One of the statements that I've come to hate is when people be like, I'm the strong friend and nobody helps me out. That's where you messed up. You need to go back to the drawing table. You put yourself, a lot of you who are that person, I'm the healer who heals everybody, but no one heals me. You put yourself in that position because you haven't done your deep healing work. You put yourself in that position because ain't nobody asking you to do that. Ain't nobody asking you to well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. This society is asking you to do that. Your ego is asking you to do that. No one who is any kind of on the healing journey is asking you to sacrifice yourself to heal them. And if they are, they're toxic. And you don't need to be giving any of your good medicine to them. I am the best for you when I am well. I am the best for you when I am feeding my body, my mind, and my soul. I am the best for you when I am attending to myself. You don't think I got healers? Because I do. I got healers. I got elders. Antidote Archive said, Captain Speech, are you open to doing some coaching twice a month? I'll email you if you are. You know what? Give me about a month, baby. I am open to that. I have a mentorship program that I've been working on that's going to be rolled out in the next couple months. And also, a few of you have asked me for coaching services, so I'm figuring that out right now. Actually, give me 2 months. Give me 2 months, and then so draft that email, put a timer on that, send it in 2 months, and I will be ready for you. Okay, I will be ready for you. All right. So yeah, we're doing all of that. You know, I have a whole video that's coming out next week because I'm gonna do the Venus retrograde video this Tuesday. But next week we're gonna get deep into what has been going on with me. Because I owe you guys some explanations. I do. And these retrogrades. Ooh, the epiphanies and the healing. And there's just a lot of things that I've come to that now I'm moving past and I can show up better for you guys. So we're going to talk about that. But I'm open to it, baby. I'm open to it. All right. And anyone else who's open to, if you want, you know, the coaching step too, same. Draft the email, put it in your drafts, and then set a time for yourself. In 2 months, I will be ready for you. So we'll get that figured out, okay? All right, so no wounded healer mess over here. We don't do that. In my circle, we don't do wounded healers. It ain't cool. It is not cool. It is not cool at our big ages for you to be out here manufacturing, giving medicine for everybody else and you not making it for yourself. You are not Jesus. Jesus Christ was asked to do the job that Jesus Christ was asked to do. You don't need to sacrifice yourself on nobody's cross for nobody. There are enough of us present. There are enough of us present here. It is not your responsibility to save the world. No more wounded healerness. You need to be healing yourself alongside your community. And also this comes from it gives white savior. It gives white savior. It gives white savior. It gives white savior. I think about growing up as a Jehovah's Witness. So Jehovah's Witnesses are big on doing missionary work. Now, I don't know how big that is because I've been gone for 20 years. But they were real big on doing missionary work. And I always felt some kind of way about that. And especially after I left the congregation in the fold, I really felt some kind of way about that when I discovered how much abuse was rampant through the whole organization. And I was like, how are you going to step out in anybody else's household to try to get them right and get them to God when your own household is not in order? Okay. I feel that way as a healer. How are you out here stepping in someone else's household? Because that's what you're doing as a healer. I am in people's business deep. Okay. We doing therapeutic things. We talking about your childhood trauma. I'm in your marriages. Okay. I'm in your familial relationships. Okay. How am I all deep up in you and giving you medicine and I ain't getting medicine for myself? Okay. No, we're not doing wounded healer stuff. You need to put yourself first. You need to put yourself first now and always. Do you understand me? And and all of you are healers, first and foremost for yourself and your lineage. Okay? Some of us heal massively. I know my medicine is massive, honey. I know my medicine is massive, and I know my medicine is for many people. I know I have a duty and responsibility to my global community as well as to my local community, and I'm here for it. That ain't everybody, though. Everybody is put here to be a healer for yourself and your lineage and your family. And even with that, you are first. It's not even your family. No, it's not your kids first. No, it's not your mother first. No, it's not your father first. No, it's not your grandmother first. It's you. No, it's not your best friend first. It's you. It's you. No more wounded healerness. You need to be in a network. Who heals a strong friend? The strong friend needs to be in relationship with the strong friends. There's some of you who put yourself in. I know. let me break some down. I know somebody who always complains about the way people treat her, but she intentionally chooses people who are coming from a lower place in life than her because she wants to be in savior energy. She chooses people who she's not on equal footing with. She chooses people. She targets people under the guise of let me help you. But in the end, all of this is for her ego, to stroke her ego. And then you surprised when these people can't show you reciprocity. You mad. It's giving Captain Savior ho. Okay? No more wounded healer. And I know that she keeps choosing these type of people because of her wounding. And she won't sit with it. It is because of her abandonment issues. It is because of her codependency issues. Now, the front of her head is, I'm trying to help these people. But the back of her head is, these people are in a worse position than me. And they can't call me out on my own bullshit because they're in a worse position than me. So I get to feel lofty by helping them. And then I also don't get to be called out for my BS. But the thing is, you also don't get equally supported. That's the exchange. The exchange for the equal support that I give to my community is the fact that I can get called out. The exchange for that equal support that I get, that uplifting, is the fact that I can also go to them for healing. If you are the strong friend in your group, I want you to really sit back without judgment. Why did you put yourself in that position? Because a lot of you were indoctrinated into that position. Some of you, it's just trust issues. So you choose people who are in worse positions than you because you can at least you can see them coming. No, check that wounded healerness, because in the end, the wounded healer is going to end up becoming someone who hurts people. Wounded healers always hurt their flock. Wounded healers always, because at some point, all you are going to be making is poison. Do you guys know half the reason why I'm so good with y'all is because I focus on myself. I make this medicine for me. I go back and watch these readings. Today's reading, I was late because I had to sit here. I was literally like 10 minutes late because I pulled these cards and was like, just saying, it was like, fine. Messages in here for me too. Okay. I make this medicine for me. It warms my heart that y'all benefit. I make this medicine for me. And that's the great thing, is when you make medicine for you, you'll make it for the overflow, and it'll be the perfect dosage, and it'll go to the exact people that it needs to go to. Make the medicine for you. Serve yourself first. Serve yourself first. Serve yourself first. Okay? Ooh, Gabrielle, getting it today. Go ahead, honey. Queen Nefertiti said it's okay to cry. We coming in for it today. Sophia Jones said, I ran an intentional community for unhoused trans and queer folks out of my house over the pandemic. Got busted by the city, but grateful it ended because I relapsed into alcohol and became the problem. So Spirit used outside forces to help break that, okay? And I'm thank you for helping our marginalized family. And also thank you for when that ended, for you turning it into yourself and helping you, okay? Sarana Tari said, oop, I lost it. My friend been supporting me through the crap, and I said, dude, you doing okay? You know you don't have to go through it alone. And I heard that cis man's voice go soft, and he was not. So cute. Yeah. Thank you for checking in, because sometimes when we're going through things and people who are helping us, we need to make sure, like, it's okay to be like, look, I know I'm a lot. You need to go get some help for helping me. I will tell people to quick go. Do you need some help supporting me? Go get some help supporting me. Thank you for your support. Now you go get some too. You know? Queenie baby said I was not ready. Yeah, honey, we coming in hot. We coming in hot. Jenna Wellborn said, I have so much guilt in me that I need to let it out. Yep. And that's why some of you keep going into this. Thank you for saying that comment, because that's a lot of what keeps some of you caught in this wounded healerness is your guilt. Quit with the guilt. Quit with the guilt. Process it, then do away with it. Quit with the guilt, because it ain't doing nothing for you but putting you into a bad situation, okay? Quit with the guilt. Quit with the guilt. Quit with. Hey, Hood Princess! You are right on time, baby. You are right on time. Misty, you are right on time. All right. Ooh, Lord. Well, this is definitely, the spanking is not letting up. I forgot about this card. Gang, Sarah. Resistance, but not in the way you think. This resistance card is tied to the very first card. Let me remind you of the very first card. What was the card? You refusing to transform. Spirit is judging you. Creator is judging you. Psych, I'm just playing. Not really, but kinda. Gang, star Sarah. Resistance. Why are you resisting forward movement? Why are you resisting letting go of your old life? Why are you resisting your success? Why are you resisting? It's like resisting arrest. Why are you resisting? Why? It's time for you to go to the root of that. Yeah, I'm not talking about resistance in the way of revolution. I'm talking about resistance in the way of you are resisting the call. Transparency. I was too. To some degree. I was resisting the call. I was resisting, even though the call is what I want. The call is what I need. The call is, in order for me to be satisfied, in order for me to enter the ancestral realm whenever I am called, soul satisfied, in order for me, because the agreement with the spirits is I don't want to come back unless it's under a very specific set of circumstances and I am to be pampered. I'm good. I've been here plenty of times. It's been fun. And I want the option of doing it in my own terms. But this is a great planet. I'm going to go visit another one. But in order to do that, I needed to answer the call. And I was resisting. And it really just came down to self-worth. You know, not understanding how worthy I was of the call. And not understanding that I've always had the capacity to deal with it. I thought there was so much more I had to do in order to earn. And literally, when I went back, my circle of elders let me know that I'm already there. And sometimes it takes an outside force. And that's all I needed. I needed my elders. I needed people who have watched me grow, who have held space who literally watched me since I was a teenager come into my power. I just needed them to be like, you're done. And it's on to the next phase. You are in your elderhood. So move accordingly. And that's all it took for me to say, okay, I'm done resisting. I'm done playing small. I'm ready to go to the next level. I'm ready. I'm ready to do what needs to be done. I'm ready to take my space. And I'm ready to take up space. And I'm ready to do this real big thing y'all asked me to do. And that I want to do. And that honestly, that's what's going to satisfy my soul. You need to look at why you are resisting. Again, this is a no judgment zone. Why are you resisting? Your indoctrination, your lack of decolonization, your pain, your hurt. Why are you resisting your healing? Is it because you're used to it? Is it because the devil you know is more familiar to you? Why are you resisting your transformation? See, we were told that we were. Now we're digging into the why. You will only be able to enter into these transformative spaces if you get to the root. Again, it's the no judgment zone. Don't waste your time judging yourself. Why are you resisting? The theme is surrender. 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 And for some of you, the answers are going to be quite complex. And for some of you, the answers are going to be quite simple. Fear. You need to figure out why you are resisting, because you need to stop. And it's something that's coming, it's a knee jerk, it's a hip jerk, it's an internal reaction. It's happening to you faster than you can even think about it or process it. I'm not sure if this message by Arjun. I'm gonna hide this one. I don't know. Let me see if. I don't know. We'll see. Are you friend or foe? I think, yeah, we're just gonna. If you come up again, you're gonna be removed. Thank you. Go ahead and you could hide them for the 300 if they come back, or for the however long. But yeah, what are you resisting and why? Are you resisting your success? You resisting why? You need to get to the bottom of it, okay? You need to get to the bottom of it. You need to get through the bottom of it. You need to get through the bottom of it. All right. Let's do some affirmations. Sorry about that little glitch. There was someone who I couldn't figure out if their messages or if their comments were bad or good, but it felt like it was nefarious energy. So I just went ahead and hit him. Okie dokie. Let's block them from the channel, baby, for at least a couple days. Anyway, let's do a couple affirmations. This affirmation says, I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. I take time to enjoy the little joys of life. Big joys are very important, but don't forget the little things. Don't forget the little things. Don't forget the little things. Let's do another affirmation. Loving myself and others brings total freedom and potential into my life. Loving myself and others brings total freedom and potential into my life. Loving myself and others brings total freedom and potential into my life. Loving myself and others brings freedom and total potential into my life. Loving myself and others brings freedom and total potential into my life. Let's do another affirmation, and this is by Machona Dilweo, and I apologize if I am mispronouncing that. A warrior is defined by his scars, not his medals. A warrior is defined by their scars, not their medals. A warrior is defined by their scars, not their medals. A warrior is defined by their scars, not their medals. A warrior is defined by their scars and not their medals. Alrighty then. So this portion of the reading is some instructions on how we can get to, because I said in the beginning, we're working backwards, okay? These last couple of cards were about that, getting to the root of it. This is another part of it. This is the Lord energy. We're in the Ancestors and Angels deck. Take charge with authority. This divine masculine is coming exactly from that, the divine masculine space. He's not chauvinistic. He's not oppressive. This is not putrid patriarchy. This is divine patriarchy. This is nurturing patriarchy. The Lord is first off Lord over himself and not the Lord over others. The Lord is looked at as leadership, okay? They are in control. To be in control of themselves, they don't oppress any part of themselves. They heal it. They're in perfect communion with all parts of themselves. The in process of healing self, the already healed self, the shadow self. They're in communion, holy communion with all parts of them. And from that, they speak authority over their life. They speak authority over their life. Do you know why I call myself the king? It is because I rule myself. That is why I call myself the king. It is a crown that I've given to myself. It is a pedestal I built for myself. It is a kingdom in which I crafted. There will never be anyone to take me from these pedestals because they are not built from anybody's accolades or praise. It is built from my blood, my sweat, my tears, my wisdom, my knowledge, my understanding. It is built by my hands, my flesh. It is time to take charge. In many spaces in this reading, you were told to surrender, and that's true. But we know that many things can be true at one time. You are being asked to surrender to your healing so that you can stand up in your full power and take charge of your life. Speaking authority over the not so great things happening in your life. Speaking authority over the good things happening in your life. Taking responsibility for your happiness. Leading yourself out of trouble. Take charge. Take charge of your healing. You're not passive in this. You are actually the most active in it. Take charge of your destiny. Take charge of your happiness. Take charge. Take charge. This is by simply accepting. Accepting yourself and your situation is going to be a big part of it. Accepting where you're at. Accepting where you're at internally, physically, emotionally. Accepting it and then moving from there. But it's time to take charge. Take charge of your healing. Kira 3542 said, so today's lesson so far is self-empowerment for the wounded healing, for the wounded healers. That's right, baby. That's right. Last card of the reading, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and stay grounded. That's how you're going to get through the process. We see that this entity, this non-binary, gender fluid entity is holding a staff with a dream catcher. What this is really saying to us is go for your dreams, but you need to be rooted on the ground. Your feet something. You need to be rooted in something. These trees can only reach. We think about redwoods. We think about sequoia trees. Trees that are old. Baobab trees. Trees that are huge and old and have all these ecosystems and all just millions of years, hundreds of years. These beautiful, amazing trees. Beautiful, amazing trees, okay? They cannot reach the heights that they reach without being firmly rooted. And not just firmly rooted, having a complicated and robust root system in the ground. Get grounded. Stay grounded. Do the things that bring you back to earth. Plant yourself. And really, when we go back to the first card, in layman's terms, baby, it's time for you to repot yourself. And you guys are refusing to, some of you are refusing to do it. All the plant mamas, daddies, and parents out there, you know that right about now is a good time to replant. Spring is a good time to replant. When we take care of indoor plants, you got to change it up. You think about the earth outside, plants that are rooted in the earth is shifting and changing around them. Even though they're rooted, so they get this and they get to free form and move as they need to. Indoor plants, you got to repot them from time to time, especially as they grow. It's the same concept with you. You need to replant yourself. You need to repot yourself. The container in which you've been growing in is no longer appropriate. Now, yes, for some of you, this is a great thing because you're like, this container is cracked, it's yellowed, it's ugly, it's disgusting. The holes ain't working no more. This is an ugly pot. I don't like it. For some of you, you're like, but I love this pot. There's nothing wrong with it. It's one of my favorites. I've loved living here. I feel good here. It doesn't matter. It's still time to repot. Whether you like the pot, whether you like your old life, or whether you don't. Whether you don't like that pot, whether you don't like that old life, it's time to repot yourself, okay? So repot yourself. It's time to get grounded. It's time to ground yourself in happiness, ground yourself in healing, ground yourself, repot yourself in a place where you can thrive. Go watch. I can't remember her name, but she is a Latina. That's her pronouns. Yeah, she refers to herself as she and her. Okay. She's a Latina plant lady. I love her. She's so sweet. And you might know her. She calls cactuses big beefs. She calls them beefs. And then she's obsessed with them. I cannot remember her channel name. If I did, I would put it because I love her. Anyway, I mentioned her because she's always doing, I watch her for plant care. I don't have all my plants now. I literally just have a little air plant because it's just not working out. But when I move, we're getting back to having all my plants. Anyway, I love watching her just because she takes care of plants. But watch, I say that today, go watch some plant videos. Go watch videos of people replanting. And as you're repotting their plants, and as you're watching that, look for the metaphors of life. Look for even how they're saying they care for their plant. Look for any correlations with how you care for yourself. Look at the reasons why these plants need to be repotted. Their roots have outgrown. Some of them are, rotted. Similar things of why you need to repot yourself. For some of you, your roots are great. It's great, but it's too restrictive. The life you were living is too restrictive. For some of you, you need to repot because you gave yourself too much room. Because that is such a thing. Sometimes you repot a plant in a pot that's too big. So things ain't working out because you gave yourself too much space. Things ain't working out because you gave yourself too much room. So you need to bring it on in. For some of you, root rot. You are rotting from the bottom up. Stinky. And you need to get to that, okay? You just dying. And you need to get to that, okay? Go watch you some plant videos of people repotting their plants and make some correlations because that's what your ass need to do. You need to repot yourself. And truth be told, you're going to get to the next level. I'm going to tell you this. I am a year and 9 months into living in this new space. And it has been one of the hardest year and 9 months. No, actually not one of the hardest, but it has been pretty rough in some capacities. And it's been the best thing for me. I needed to repot myself. I've been working on these ideas and things for getting to the next level. And honestly, it just was not going to work out in Denver. And even Ohio is not even my last stop, baby. But I needed to replant myself. I needed to repot myself in order to grow in the ways that I need to grow. Okay? And it's been the best. And repotting is rough things sometimes, honeys. It's not fun. It's dirty. You got to put a tarp down. There's dirt everywhere. If you're dealing with root rot, it's stinky. If you're dealing with mold, you might have some gnats. Some of you are dealing with infestations. It can get crazy. You gotta, if the plant is big, you gotta lug it all the way outside. You gotta lay down a tarp. It's an involved process. But I'm telling you, it's always worth it in the end. Okay? All right. Let me check in with these comments. First and foremost, Dev the Disaster. Thank you for your super chat. Deb said, this was everything I've been avoiding and calling me in to fix my support system and how I interact with all them in all areas of my life. I've missed you. Here's to my new pot. Amen. I miss you guys too. Janine said, the sound that just came out of my mouth, one of your first Sunday services I've watched, those were the words I wrote. Also, I had listened to another sacred healer, and those were the words I wrote. Amen. Antidote, the plant queen on Instagram. I do think that's who that is. I do think that's who that is. But I forget her name right now, but I love her. She's a lighter skinned Latina. Latina. I was gonna say Latinx, but I think anyway, she's a light-skinned Latin woman. I love her love of plants, and it just tickles me every time she calls cactuses beefs. She gets so excited, and I just love her excitement. Plants by Crystal. Follow them too. Oh, it is Crystal. It's Crystal. Yeah, I love her. Okay. Temporary, thank you for your super sticker, my love. I was avoiding it, but I have to replant my life. That's right, baby, and you got this. Remember that the universe got you. AVG said, this is me. I had depersonalization, and I'm just now starting to present for longer periods of time. It's a whole new sensory existence, but this is where I need to live now. Amen. And you got this. And you got this. Rogue Wolf, I surrender to my healing. Rogue Wolf, did you send me a package? You sent me a package. You sent me a package. It was you who sent me all them new goodies. That pendulum and that pendulum with that copper work. That was you, wasn't it? I freaking love you. I freaking love you. I freaking love you. I love that stuff. So good. So good. You're freaking amazing. You're freaking amazing. Jenna said, I am whole. I affirm that to you, baby. I affirm that you are, in fact, whole. Lydia, you ain't got to apologize for the yelling, baby. We all excited. We all excited. Yes, it's plants with Crystal. She calls them beefs. Okay, it is Crystal. I love plants with Crystal. I follow her. She don't even know me. Follow her. She don't even follow me back. Follow her. She brings me so much joy. I just love her love of plants. And I get to vicariously live through her because I had so many plants when I left Colorado and I gave them to my dear friend. And they're just thriving in her house. I go see them all the time. So, yeah, I can't wait to get some monsteras. I just have plans for the new house, honey, whenever I move into it. Okay? All right. So let's end it on a high note. You know what we do. We're going to do some affirmations. You know what? Cash App, LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa @gmail.com. I cannot believe I did not drop that. I said it once. Y'all know I'm usually better about that. Cash App, LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa @gmail.com. Always feel free to show your financial appreciation for my labor. Alrighty then, let's end it on a high note. This affirmation says, I believe in me. Repeat after me. I believe in 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 me. All right, let's do 2 more affirmations. Repeat after me, especially if you got high concentrations of melanin. My melanin is magic. 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 One more. Repeat after me. I let love in. 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 You know what? During one of our chats, that was you, Rogue Wolf. Ooh, I love you. You know what? And who was it that sent me? One of you made me a spirit table, but miniature. I love it. I love many things. I love it. It's so cute. I love it. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do I'm going to have to gather. I got to see. But I separated the letters because I keep the letters that y'all send me. I keep the gifts that you send me in the letters. but I've already separated the letters from the gifts because I keep them in a special place. I say that to say, I think I want to do a video where we're going to do a live where I just like tour some of the things that you guys have sent me, because you guys are on point. I love it. You guys, y'all buy great things for me. You make great things for me. I love it. I'm obsessed. And I'm also obsessed with the packets that you make. That Rogue Wolf makes to send me my stuff. It shiny. I love it. Anyway, we might do that. With all that being said, I didn't want to take up all your time. I just want to take up a little bit of your time, and the Deacon and I have succeeded in that. So I want you to go off and take care of yourself, okay? Do some self-care today. I am definitely going to be doing that. It's been 2 weeks since I've been in the gym. I've been about a week and a half traveling and such. No, it's been 2 weeks. So it's time for me to get back in the gym. I'm going to go do some walking. I've been working on my calisthenics, so that's why we haven't been in the gym. But it is time. So I'm going to go walking with a friend later on. Yeah, I've got some editing to do. And I'm going to eat some food. So I want you to go take care of yourself. Ground yourself by eating. Eat a little something. Drink a little something. Do some stretching. Just take care of your body, okay? I have posted the divination schedule, so we will be back to our regularly scheduled program, and I will definitely get better about letting you guys know when I am not gonna be here, instead of just ghosting you guys. I'm definitely gonna put a note up. Yeah, I was just in my feels. That's really what it was. I actually had every plan to do those readings as I was traveling. Like, I brought my cards and everything, and yeah, it was yeah, a rites of passage. That's the phrasing I was looking for earlier in the reading. Rites of passage. This trip to Denver and everything that happened into it, there was definitely a rites of passage that happened. And I come from cultures and traditions that acknowledge these things. Elderhood is signaled by two things in my tradition. The first is age. And let me be clear that we come from a space where there are old people and there are elders. Not every old person is an elder. Elder is a respected title. Elder is a title. It's a job. Elders take care of their people. Elders are a part of the community. So two factors put you into elderhood. It's your age and your wisdom. And it's, number one, your age. Number two, your wisdom and what you've put out to the community. So to have been named elder by so many people in my community, to be officially handed that in a lot of ways, it was a lot. It was quite the rites of passage, and I just needed to be quiet, And also, honestly, like, Piper and I were very excited about the grief ritual, and I was kind of overwhelmed by how beautiful that went and how potent that medicine was. And also, I just needed to process my elder. I just needed to process him leaving, and that has been I have not encountered a death like that in years. Just as a death doula, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And I've never witnessed someone walk into the ancestral realm in the way that I have always said I wanted to walk into it. And I just needed to sit with that. It was beautiful. And even though I wasn't there in the moments of death, like, just his transition was beautiful. Everything I know about it, everything that happened. And I just needed to process that. I will get better, though, at speaking. And I could have put a note out. I could have just been like, hey, won't be back. So I do acknowledge that, and I will get better for that. Thank you guys so much for holding space. Go and take care of yourselves. I appreciate you so deeply. I love you, and we'll be back to doing what we need to do. Also, for those of you who follow me on TikTok, I'm finally ready to start being more consistent everywhere. I was burnt out. We'll talk about that in a new video. I love you all. Thank you for your support. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And on that note, I'm going to see you, God, Goddess, Loa, ancestors, Orisha willing. I'm going to see you in the next video. Mwah. Peace. I love you.